On June 20th, 2024, at a safari facility in the Idukki region of Kerala, India, a 62-year-old elephant trainer was conducting routine training activities with an adult elephant. During the training session, the elephant reacted unexpectedly, and an unforeseen incident occurred during the interaction. Working with large wildlife species requires strict risk controls, specialized training protocols, and clear safety boundaries between handlers and animals. Direct physical correction methods increase unpredictability and risk. Facilities that manage large animals must implement structured behavioral management programs, maintain adequate staffing supervision, and establish emergency response plans. Reducing close contact exposure and applying humane, regulated training standards significantly lowers the risk of serious incidents involving large animals. In addition, controlled environments with physical barriers, safe retreat zones for handlers, and continuous behavioral assessment are critical safeguards. Regular risk assessments should evaluate animal stress indicators, handler positioning, and environmental triggers. On the inauguration day of a newly built wooden footbridge in Congo, a large crowd gathered to celebrate. As people began walking across the bridge, the structure unexpectedly gave way under the crowd's weight. The wooden planks collapsed just as the first group crossed, causing those on the footbridge to fall, some narrowly avoiding the drop when the bridge failed. According to reports, there were no major injuries, but the collapse was dramatic and shocking. Before opening to the public, especially during inauguration, with many people, structural inspections and load tests must be done. Authorities and builders must never rush from construction to opening without verifying stability. On November 20th, 2025, in a restaurant near a livestock market in Shingan League, Inner Mongolia, customers were enjoying their meal when suddenly a startled cow burst into the building. CCTV footage later showed the animal charging into the dining area. People froze, then scrambled. Dishes flew off tables, furniture toppled, and diners rushed to safety. Some left in haste without even putting down their chopsticks. In the panic, many simply ran to the exits. Fortunately, according to the restaurant owner and local reports, no one was seriously injured, and the cow was unharmed. After the chaos, the owner and the animal's owner reportedly reached a compensation agreement to cover damages. Unexpected incidents like this, whether in restaurants or public spaces, highlight the importance of awareness and preparedness. For businesses, ensure that entry points are secured, especially if you are close to livestock markets or animal areas. For customers, stay alert to your surroundings, and if chaos hits, prioritize calm and swift exit rather than panic. In a recent video from India, 2 workers climbed into the bucket of a JCB excavator so they could repair a roadside pole. Instead of using a ladder or a secured aerial lift, the bucket was raised with them standing inside, directly beneath the pole. At first, everything looked routine, then the excavator began to tilt. Before anyone realized what was happening, the machine lost balance and toppled into a deep drain. Never treat an excavator bucket as a substitute for proper access equipment. Heavy-duty machines are meant for earth-moving and lifting materials, not people. On November 26, 2025, in Liaoning Province, China, a delivery worker parked his electric scooter near a local shop. The scooter suddenly experienced a malfunction and caught fire. Electric scooters and delivery vehicles rely on high-capacity batteries, which can pose fire risks if damaged, overcharged, or improperly maintained. An elderly pedestrian attempted to cross a street at a designated crosswalk while a city bus was turning. The bus and pedestrian came into contact during the turn. The driver was tested and found negative for alcohol. Pedestrian safety and driver attentiveness go hand in hand. Drivers should always slow down at intersections, carefully check blind spots when turning, and remain aware of pedestrians, especially in areas with elderly or vulnerable people. On November 21, 2025, a fire broke out at a cotton processing factory in China during the morning shift. Flames ignited during part of the production process, spreading rapidly across loose cotton and nearby materials. Workers noticed the smoke and acted immediately. One worker, showing remarkable presence of mind, began carefully separating burning cotton from surrounding piles to prevent further spread. His quick thinking bought crucial time for the rest of the staff to respond. Soon, additional factory employees joined, using portable fire extinguishers and following the company's emergency response plan. The combined effort allowed them to control and eventually extinguish the flames before the fire could spread to other sections of the facility. Fortunately, there were only minor injuries reported, and no structural collapse occurred. Emergency services confirmed the fire was contained entirely on-site, thanks to the staff's rapid and coordinated actions. The incident highlights how quickly a fire can escalate in an industrial setting where flammable materials like cotton are present. Even a small spark or overheating machine can trigger a chain reaction if the proper preventive measures are not in place. On January 8, 2023 in India, a passenger bus traveling along the Katwa-Birbhum State Highway in Burdwan district was overcrowded, with some passengers even riding on its roof. As the bus sped along the road, it suddenly lost balance and overturned. CCTV footage later captured the horrifying moment of the crash. Public transport is a responsibility shared by drivers, operators, and passengers overloading a vehicle or letting people ride on its roof. Dramatically increases the risk of a severe accident. Always make sure buses or vans are not overcrowded, and never ride on the roof or in unsafe positions. Drivers and operators must maintain safe speeds, ensure the vehicle's load is within permissible limits, and regularly check the condition of suspension and steering systems. Passengers should insist on safe seating and avoid overcrowded rides, even if transport is scarce. Simple caution and respect for safety norms can prevent such tragedies and save lives. During a live stunt performance at a public show, a motorcycle rider attempted a dramatic ramp jump. Spectators watched as he accelerated toward the ramp, but something went wrong. The motorcycle failed to land as planned. Stunt performances, especially those involving ramp jumps or aerial tricks, carry inherent hazards that demand respect and rigorous safety planning. Before any stunt, ensure ramps are professionally designed and tested under real-world conditions, double-check all mechanical stability, give the rider suitable protective gear, and have emergency medical and rescue personnel on site and ready. Never assume one successful jump alone means safety for all. In late November 2025, a massive fire broke out at Wang Fuk Court, a high-rise residential estate in Tai Po, Hong Kong. The buildings were undergoing renovation, wrapped in scaffoldings and exterior protective netting. When fire ignited, it rapidly spread through the exterior mesh and flammable foam insulation used during the renovation. Smoke and flames engulfed multiple towers. As of the latest official update, at least 55 people lost their lives, dozens were injured, and hundreds remain missing or unaccounted for. During firefighting and rescue efforts, crews confronted intense heat, thick smoke, unstable debris, and collapsing scaffolding that hindered safe access to upper floors. When buildings undergo renovation, especially high-rise residential estates, strict adherence to fire safety regulations must be non-negotiable. Use only fire-rated, code-compliant materials for exterior netting, insulation, and cladding. Always ensure that renovation scaffolding and protective coverings meet safety standards and have been inspected by certified fire safety professionals before any work begins.